Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by, y'all. It is a chilly day here in the Northland, and we are headed oot and a boot. It's not even our normal oot and a boot day, and I think it's just about fixing to snow. And y'all know, if it's snowing and I'm driving, I'm gonna be fussing. But I tell you what, y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I'll get us going the way we're going, and I'll tell you what we're up to. So like I said, it is not our normal oot and a boot day. That's Friday. Today is Monday. It's like the opposite of our normal oot and a boot day, if that's even a thing. But we got to go oot and a boot because, y'all, I'm leaving town in 2 days, so I got a bunch of stuff I got to get done. I need to go pick up some groceries because I got to get my road snacks together. So that's why y'all are here, because I thought maybe we could have a little chat about road snacks. Because I know a bunch of folks are going to be heading out and driving, maybe flying, going places for the holidays. And I know it's tough to make good choices of road snacks when you're oot and a boot. So I have some ideas. So I thought maybe we could talk about that. And I got to do some other things. I got to run. So y'all know this whole hip thing I got going on. Well, I'm going to be in the car for like 18 hours sitting. And one thing that makes my hip particularly uncomfortable is sitting. So I'm a little nervous. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do about like icing and heating. Well, my car has heated seats. So, and y'all quit laughing. If you're laughing, you're not of a certain age and you don't understand. So y'all sit down and let the grown-ups talk for a minute. I'm just playing. I love y'all. But anyway, so my car has heated seats. So I have kind of like a built-in heating pad. So I'm all good on that. But I'm a little bit worried about ice because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Because, you know, I use those. I mean, I'm not 100. I use those like gel ice packs that, you know, everybody uses. But it's not like I can refreeze them whilst I'm driving. So here's what I'm going to do because I am almost 100. I have tracked down, the intern actually tracked down for me. Y'all know those old school, like way back in the day when you'd have like the reusable ice pack that was like a bag and it had the screw on top and you unscrew it and put the ice in and screw the top back on and that's how you had your ice bag? Well, there's an actual like legit drugstore here in town that carries those. So I got to go get one of those. And if y'all heard that slide, like something just crashed a little bit in the car, well, I have a return at the Amazon and I was going to show it to y'all because it's very funny and it's kind of a little Easter egg. So I'm going to put a picture of it right here. I've been filming videos out of order because I'm trying to get everything done before I leave. So y'all, this will be funny in about a week, but I have to drop this book off at the Amazons. And y'all saw this book. I hauled it like a week or so ago. Well, then I was talking about it in a video I shot the other day that y'all will see in about a week. And when you see that, you're going to laugh and you're going to go, she did it. Oh, I did it. So I got to go. That's like a Kohl's drop off. It's one of those things. Y'all know how now with the Amazons, if you don't drop it off at the Kohl's, you got to pay $1. Well, I'm sure if I like called Amazon and pitched a fit, they would let me return it without paying $1, but I'm just going to go to the Kohl's and drop it off. So I got to do that. I'm going to do that. Well, here is our order of operations. I'm going to go pick up my groceries. I'm going to go to the Kohl's, drop off my Amazon drop off, and then I'm going to circle around to the drugstore and pick up my ice bag and head to the house where we will then haul the groceries because, like I said, I want to talk to y'all about road snacks. And maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll haul groceries, maybe we won't. I know we haven't done a good old-fashioned grocery haul in a while, but these groceries are really just road snack groceries. So maybe let's do this. I'll get the groceries and then we'll go to the house. I'll get the groceries, I'll do the things. We'll go to the house. And once I get to the house, we'll decide if we want to actually haul the groceries or maybe we'll just talk snacks. And I'll show you what's in the haul. That doesn't work. I'll show you what groceries I have that pertain to my snacks. Like I'll just tell you about the snacks and then I'll show you the pertinent groceries. in the mix. So that's what, oh, totally forgot I was going to tell y'all. So we'll do all those things, but I also got to tell you, so for Christmas, I bought my mama this, you can get those like neck massagers that are on like the straps, and you can like, you lay it around your neck and it massages your neck, and you can like pull the straps to like make it go tighter so it massages harder or less hard, just depending. So I ordered that. And in the meantime, while it was on the way, I was reading reviews of it. And some of the reviews I read said that it was like a little aggressive. Like some people loved it. And then some people were like, that was like torture. So I was like, all right, well, if it's like really aggressive, then my mom is not going to be a player in that game. Did I say I got it for her for Christmas? It was going to be one of her Christmas presents. So I was like, well, let me test it before I give it to her. Because if it's like torture, then that's not nice. So we got it, and I took it out of the box and I used it, and I really liked it, but it is a little aggressive. And like, I'm used to going to PT and like being abused pretty savagely during PT. Like, I told y'all about the TENS device that I got. Well, I use that all the time, and the intern had a little owie on his elbow. So I had him doing the TENS thing, and apparently the number that I do it on is pretty aggressive. So I was like, all right, well, maybe I enjoyed this stuff a little too much. So I had him try the neck thing, and he's like, oh my God, that's like a death by 1,000 squeezes. I was like, what does that even mean? He's like, it's like death by 1,000 cuts, but it squeezes. He's like, that's horrible. You cannot give this to your mother. It's like, all right, well, maybe it's a little aggressive. So I say all that to say, yesterday my leg was really not hurting, but like my thigh gets really tight from my hip hurting. So I was rubbing it, and I was like, hey, rubbing it like that, that's like I'll show you the massager thing. I'll put a picture here, because I think even if I showed it to you like for real, you wouldn't be able to see what in the world I'm talking about. So I'll stick a picture here of it. But I was like, the way that I'm rubbing my leg is like what the massager thing does, but the massager thing doesn't get tired. Like my hand is getting tired right now. So I put it on my leg, and y'all, it's amazing. So I've been using that on my leg and like on my thigh and on my knee, and oh my gosh, is it feeling better? So, which is like the things that Katie does to me when I go to physical therapy. So now I'm thinking, y'all know, let me stop here a second so I don't pull up to the grocery pickup talking like a crazy person talking to my windshield. So I'll just sit in the back of the parking lot talking to my windshield like a crazy person. But anyway, you know how Katie has this like, not theory, but kind of theory that the bike is what's making my leg keep hurting? Go figure. So being off the bike for 10 days is going to let it relax and feel better. And then we're going to have to talk about me riding that bike all the time. Well, so now this is going to like add to that, because I have this massager thing that's also making my leg, these people are getting squirrely out here. About to have to jump out and regulate, y'all. I'm really not. I'm not going to do that at all. But so the massager thing is making my leg feel better too. So I'm going to come back to Katie all like healed, and she's going to be like, sell that bike. So anyway, that's my latest. The massager thing is helping my leg feel better. So hopefully that will continue, and I will have one PT when I get back to Katie, and I'll be able to ride my bike and actually be strong and do good things. So anyway, let me grab my groceries. Let me go to the Kohl's. Let me go to the drugstore, and I will see y'all at the house. Y'all, we are clearly home, and I got to tell you what happened. You're not even going to believe me. Y'all are going to be like, dude, you live in literally the smallest small town in the world. I don't disagree. So I went to Kohl's, dropped off my drop-off, and so from the Kohl's to the whatchamacallit, to the drugstore where I had to go to get my ice pack thing, there's like a front way you can go, and then there's like an around the block back way. So I went the around the block back way, and I pulled in, and y'all, the parking lot at that drugstore is an absolute nightmare. Like the way that it's positioned, where it's a Walgreens, and I feel like every Walgreens in the world, the parking lot is a nightmare. Well, this one's especially bad because it's on top of a hill. So anyway, I pull in, and I like drive around the Walgreens, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to park on like the far side of the building so I'm as close to the exit as I can be. So I pull around the far side of the building and I have to stop because this dude is crossing the street. So I stop so as not to kill the dude. And y'all, guess who it is? It's our intern. He was there buying me my ice bag. So I didn't even have to go in. And talk about perfect timing. If I'd have been 30 seconds different, I'd have missed him. So anyway, for those of you who are like, what are you even talking about? You had to buy. It's this. Look, it's an ice bag. And instead of like the blue gel that comes in ice bags now, you open it and put actual ice in it. So there's that. And, oh, you know what? That's right. I'm just going to show you a picture of my neck massager. So let's get on with this and talk about my snacks. So I have a list because I want to make sure, well, I had already made a list so that I would remember all of my snacks. So now I'm just going to tell you my list. So hang on. So as we discussed multiple times, I travel by myself. So I keep a big cooler, like a big Yeti cooler in the back with like my back stock of food in it. And every time I stop, I fill up this little like reach-in cooler, this little like bag cooler that I keep on the seat beside me with the food that I'm going to eat for that like leg of the trip. So I keep ice and whatever in here, and then like I keep like my current round of food in here. And I have like a fork and a knife and stuff, like my accoutrement that I need in here. So that I keep beside me because I don't have kids in the back seat that I can yell at, hey, hand me a boiled egg, hand me a napkin. I got to have it all within arm's reach. So that's there. And then, like I said, in the back, I have my big cooler with all of my stuff in it. So here are the things that I take. I didn't do this before, but I think I'm going to try popcorn this time. I'm going to make myself some air pop popcorn. And y'all, if it's just not good by the time I get going, I just won't eat it. I just realized the lights weren't all the way on, so y'all pretend that didn't just happen. So anyway, if the popcorn is not good, I just won't eat it. But I'm going to take some air popped popcorn. And y'all, like I have my things kind of organized, so I'm going to try to go through them in an organized manner, but we'll see how that goes. I take boiled eggs. So I peel my eggs, and I have found that like part of the challenge in a successful trip is containers. So these containers, so these are just little like, I think these are Rubbermaid. They're these ones. They're the ones that I keep frozen fruit in the fridge. But these are the perfect size for lots of things on a road trip. And then they stack nicely in my bag. So again, I'll have a bunch of boiled eggs in the big cooler, and then I'll stick just a few little boiled eggs in here. Because y'all, I don't know how many boiled eggs I'm going to eat. I take way more food than I need because I do not want to buy anything when I stop at like the Stop and Rob to gas up and go to the restroom. I do not want to look at the food because if I do, I don't make good choices. So I will take peeled boiled eggs, have them in the big cooler, and then just put them in those little bowls and keep them beside me to eat as I drive. Sandwiches. I try super hard not to stop at like drive-throughs, like fast food on the road. And I know I'm not going to stop and sit down somewhere while I'm driving. So I have these also from the Walmart. I don't know what these are called. I've had them for a few years, but these containers are the perfect size for 2 sandwiches. So I make sandwiches, I cut them in half, put them in these, and then again, I can put them in, I think I put them in like little sandwich baggies to have in the thing because I don't want to be messing with this whole thing while I'm driving. But I take sandwiches with me because y'all, my goal is to stay as close to my normal eating as possible while I'm on the road. Now, I know that's not going to happen, but a girl's got to have a goal. So I don't count points while I'm driving, but I try to have things that are at least like points friendly while I'm driving, and I try to maintain my normal habits. So like I'll make my normal sandwiches that I usually eat. And like I said, I'll have a few of those in these containers and then eat them as I go, like as I get hungry. Of course, I'll have apples, bananas. I have a small paring knife with a cover that I keep in my bag. So I just cut up an apple when I stop. And then, so I don't like carry cut up apples with me because they get brown. But yeah, I'll just cut up an apple when I stop and then have that to eat while I'm driving. And y'all, this is one of the things we're going to make. I take hummus with me in these containers, and I'll take a chocolate, our regular hummus, flavors of hummus. I'll take a chocolate hummus, and I'm going to make, I got some sun-dried tomatoes. So I'm trying to decide what we are going to make together. We'll either make the sun-dried tomato hummus or the chocolate hummus. We'll probably make sun-dried tomato because I don't think we've made that in a while. But I'm going to make both of those because I will take those and dip and eat while I'm driving. Definitely I will dip my apples. Bananas get to be a bit sketchy dipping and driving, but it's added protein, right? And it makes the fruit more fit. I mean, same as always, like fruit on the road ain't no different than fruit at the house. Hummus makes the fruit more filling. So I will use these little containers to have my hummus, and I'll probably take some fat-free ranch dip, the ranch dip that we make, the Greek yogurt ranch dip, for also the dipping of the vegetables. And y'all, let me give you a little warning. So I don't do anything cute. Like I've tried the cute before, and it doesn't matter. Like 9 hours into a trip, I don't care what something looks like. I'm tired and I'm hungry and I just want to eat something. So, like all the DIY, this is a Pinterest thing. It's probably a TikTok thing now, but I don't TikTok. Taking one of the little mason jars and getting your like carrot sticks and celery sticks and all those and putting your ranch dip or your hummus at the bottom and then putting your carrot sticks or celery sticks in it. And then you're supposed to dip like to eat on the road. What happens after you take that first or second bite of your carrot stick or your celery stick and it's this long and the jar's this big and the hummus is down at the bottom? I'm going to let y'all do that math. Yeah, no, I don't mess with all that stuff. I just put my carrot sticks and I have whole bags of plastic, I almost said plastic cereal. That's literally not even a thing, plastic silverware. But I thought I had Ziploc bags in there. Yeah, I just put of course I carry the carrot chips that we eat all the time and celery sticks and whatever sticks in just Ziploc bags. And I just eat them straight out the bag and I dip my hummus and Bob's your uncle because ain't nobody there to judge me anyway. So vegetables, fruits, I dip in my hummus. And sometimes ranch dip, just depending on how messy I want to be. And of course I have a roll of paper towels and a container of like hand wipes because sometimes things get messy. Built bars. Y'all know I carry Built bars with me. So they're still 3 points even on the new plan. So I don't know why I just put my hands in the way like that. So Built bars, protein bars, love those. And sometimes when I'm hungry, like when I haven't eaten and it's time to stop for gas and to go to the restroom and I'm about to hit a Love's truck stop, I'll eat a Built bar or at least take a couple of bites of a Built bar because they're sweet and they're legit chocolate. So and y'all, if you've been to a Love's truck stop, you know they got everything. So I don't want to go in there and walk like past that chocolate food aisle in the Love's truck stop and like on a chocolate craving freaking hungry belly. So I'll just have a couple of bites of a Built bar before I walk in there and then I at least have a fighting chance. So Built bars. The other thing we're going to make today is our 1 bite, 1 point brownies. We haven't made those in a while and y'all, I need to make them because I'm taking them on the road with me. So we're going to at least mix them up together. I probably won't make y'all hang around while I bake them off, but so we're going to make some kind of hummus and the 1 point, 1 bite brownies. And I keep those beside me like the whole time while I'm driving because it's 1 point and it's a bite and it's a brownie. And I don't think I need to say anything more about that. I don't have any with me. I have the yogurts. These aren't yogurts. These are applesauces. So I'll take this is about the only time that I really eat the little cups of applesauce. But y'all, I'm not going to bother with that big old bucket of applesauce when I'm on the road. And this is 0 points. So I'll just throw these in my cooler and then eat them as I go. And I also take the little things of yogurt, those 2 point yogurts that I eat in the morning. Whatever I have in the fridge, I'll just throw them in the cooler, take them with, and either eat them or not. And the other thing about having yogurt and boiled eggs with me is I can have them because today's Monday. I'm probably going to leave Wednesday, sleep somewhere Wednesday night and drive on Thursday morning to go to my mama's house. And depending on what they have for breakfast at the place, I might or might not eat their breakfast. So if I don't eat their breakfast, I can have some applesauce or some yogurt. And so I have bananas, I have eggs, boiled eggs, I'll have hummus. So I can make myself a legit breakfast, like just throw stuff together before I get on the road if I don't want to eat, or if I want to leave. This has happened before, if I want to leave before restaurant breakfast starts. So that's a good thing. I'll have yogurt and all those yogurt and the applesauces and other things that I can put together for breakfast. Just a couple of other things, y'all. These I don't normally eat, but I have these with me on the road just because they're salty and crunchy and yummy. Peanuts. And what I'll do with these is, y'all know our trick with the little, these Ziploc snack bags. These aren't Ziploc. These are great value. I don't buy Ziploc mostly for anything, y'all, except for meat in the freezer. I'll buy Ziplocs for meat in the freezer, but otherwise I use like the value zipper bags. But I buy the little ones, and I use these to make serving sizes of things. So like I'll do a single serving of peanuts, and for the trip, not necessarily because I'm counting the points, which I might do, but so that I'm not sitting there with and I won't take this whole thing. I have like a regular size like jar that I'll put my peanuts in. But if I sit there with that, I'll just eat peanuts for like 78 miles, and nobody need to do that. So if I have them in the little bags, even if I eat 3 or 4 bags of peanuts, it's better than eating peanuts straight out of the bucket. So I'll have peanuts, and y'all, the only time I ever buy these is when I'm having a road trip. The pretzel chips, now these aren't bad, like points-wise. I think it's maybe 3 points for 10, and at 11 it goes to 4 points. They're super tasty. They're very thin, and I dip these in chocolate hummus. Y'all, so good. So that is my whole plan with these. I'm going to make I have to make little snack bags of these, or I legit will eat the entire bag of these and just sit there and eat all my hummus on these, like the minute I leave my house. Like as I start out Wednesday morning on my 17-hour drive, I'll finish those in like the first 20 minutes, and that's not the goal. So I'll make little portion sizes of these and leave most of them in the back by the big cooler and just have a few of them up front with me. But y'all, they're so good, and they are so well worth the points. So I think that's all the things that I'm taking with me. Now, again, I have to think in terms of managing these things on my own. Like the intern won't be with me, or I don't have like, 2-legged felons in the back that I can yell to hand me stuff. If you do, there are some other things that you might think about, and I have a list of those too. Air fried chickpeas is on the list, and I don't not have them on my list because I would need somebody to help me with them. I just don't have them on my list. I didn't think about making those, but those might be a good idea remember, we've made those before. The intern actually ate them. I didn't tell him what they were. I just told him they were little crunchy bits, and he liked them. But yeah, just regular old chickpeas in the air fryer. You can season them up different kinds of ways. I don't know how well, remember when I made them, mine didn't hold up well, but I didn't do anything to like keep them fresh and crunchy. So that might have been a me issue, not a chickpeas issue. But deviled eggs are another great option. I'm taking regular hard-boiled eggs, but you could easily do deviled eggs I'm sure they have like travel-y containers for deviled eggs, but you could do deviled eggs in one of these. Y'all, if I tried to do deviled eggs on the road by myself, I'd be wearing them suckers. So I'm not even going to mess with it, but if it were an option, I would 100% do it. And we do deviled eggs instead of mayo. We do our fat-free ranch dip. So you can make yourself some road deviled eggs for 0 points. That would be fun and yummy. I don't know why I don't have cheese this time. Often I take cheese sticks. I think I just didn't think to get them. But the low-fat cheese sticks that we get are 1 point per stick, and I like them on a road trip because, again, it's already a single-size serving. I just didn't think to get cheese. So cheese sticks are a great option. Also, those little Baby Bell things, I think probably if you're not driving, do it like the little Baby Bell circles, because I think they take more doing than you're going to want to be doing if you're driving. So cheese of some sort is a great idea. Apparently, out there somewhere in the world are little pickle cups, like little cups of pickles. I'm not going to say I'm going to do it for my trip down there because I'm leaving in 2 days and I've already done my shopping, but y'all, we might have some of those on our trip back. I can manage a cup of pickles. I love pickles. Anyway, so yeah, apparently there are little like cups with pickles. I'm gonna see if I can find those. Let me know, y'all, if anybody has or has had those, let me know. Or if they really don't exist and they're like an urban legend, let me know that too before I break my own heart. Just a few other things that I'm just not taking. I could, but I'm not. Some kind of like whole wheat cracker. Y'all know we like the wheat thins. You can do a reduced fat Triscuit. But yeah, some kind of whole wheat cracker, meat sticks. There are lots of great options out there for meat sticks. And y'all, it doesn't have to be like snap into a Slim Jim. There are ones that are not as fat. Y'all, I bought the intern. I can't remember what kind it was, but some kind of like less fat meat stick. Because again, we're trying to help him make better choices. And so he tried it. He's like, oh, that's good. It's not slimy like a Slim Jim, but it's still good. That slimy's all that oil, y'all. Anyway, so some kind of meat sticks, those might be good. Or I think this is my last thing. You know how you can take like lunch meat and cheese and roll them up into like pinwheels? Those might be good. You could probably even do those if you're driving, especially if you have somebody to hand them to you. But those might be a good road snack because they're easy to eat and that's just plain old protein. So, all right, y'all, those are all my snacks. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I've got, I don't know if y'all can hear it, but I've got the chickpeas boiling on the stove. So those need to go a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead. I need to do some stretching. So I think today I'm just going to do my PT stretches. Maybe I'll show y'all some of those. I don't know. We'll see. It's very hard to make those look cool. So let me see if I can do that and make myself look like not a monkey doing something with a football. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll get this all cleaned up, get us set up, and we'll make hummus and some brownies. All right, so y'all sit tight, and I'll be right back.
The Christmas tree's on fire. Santa's holding the lighter. My parents are both liars. I got gifts but one subscribers. Thanks for the candy basket. Oh, got another jacket. My stocking's filled with acid. Am I dreaming? What just happened? This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. This is not a Christmas. This is not a Christmas song. My neighbors compete to see who can put up more blinding lights. The kids all wish away the month 'cause they want presents in sight. This year had me so mad. I've been bad, got coal that is sitting under my tree. I think that my Christmas has died. This is not a Christmas.
All right, y'all, we're done with all that. Let's make some stuff. Like I said, I'm going to make a couple of different flavors of hummus, but I just want us to make one together because that's a whole lot of hummusin'. So I'm going to make sun-dried tomato hummus and chocolate hummus, but let's do the sun-dried tomato one together. So I boiled 2 cans of chickpeas, and y'all know how we do, I just pulled off that husk. So, and honestly, that like takes the longest of any part of this whole thing. So I think, I know what I'm going to do. So I reserved some of the liquid. So I'm going to put in a little of that. And I'm going to go ahead and put in some of the sun-dried tomatoes. And I'm using the ones in oil. But you can see in the top here, like there's just not a whole, I mean, there's some oil in there, I'm not going to lie. But it's not like they're drenched in it in the top. So I'm going to use about half this jar and scoop them in. Maybe a little more than half the jar. And I'm going to just let that whir itself up for a while. I'm sure I want to go ahead and pour in a little more liquid, but oh yeah. Let's do that. All right, so while that's going, I'm going to go ahead and put in some lemon juice. You know what, I'm going to go ahead and throw everything in there. So some lemon juice, some tahini. Y'all, I love the smell of tahini. Good blop of that. Oh, my garlic. Now I need a clean spoon for my garlic because I just used my spoon in my tahini. And y'all, I use a lot of garlic because I like a lot of garlic, and I'm the only one eating this. So obviously, adjust to your taste. Here we go. Oh, that looks good. Go ahead and put in some hot sauce. And then that's it, y'all. That's the whole thing. So I'll put in this hot sauce and then crank up the speed and just let it go. It's kind of a lot of hot sauce. Might should have used a little less of that. Let's go. It spun itself straight up in a circle. Ooh, y'all, that looks nice. Look how creamy that is. I don't know if I said this before, but I know I said I cook my chickpeas, which is an absolutely, I was going to say unnecessary. It's not unnecessary, but it is not a required step. But I feel like when you cook the chickpeas, your hummus whips up smoother. Look how smooth that is. So I'm going to let it go a little bit longer and grab me a carrot to taste it, which means I'm going to have to give the felons a carrot. So y'all hang on. I didn't put any salt or pepper in it yet. I'm going to go ahead and taste it. It's so tasty. Those sun-dried tomatoes are so good. So I'm going to let this whip just a little bit longer and then just scoop it into a bowl and that's done. All right, y'all, that's that. Let me scoop. Look at that. Beautiful. And I think this is nice enough that you can like serve this at a party. Like if you're making a crudité tray with chopped up, like cut up vegetables, stick this out there. It is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to scoop this into a bowl, clean up my food processor, and then we're going to put together some brownies. So y'all hang on. All right, y'all, everything is all cleaned up. So let's put together this brownie batter. Then I'm going to send you on your way with your baking instructions, and we're not actually going to bake them together. We're just going to make them. So, super simple. We just mix together 3 eggs and 1/3 cup of unsweet applesauce. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my 1/4 teaspoon salt. And 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. With a teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, now I'm going to whir that up a bit. And while that's whirring, I'm going to go ahead and add in 1/2 cup of my monk fruit Splenda and 1/2 cup of sugar. And y'all, I'm using coconut palm sugar. I don't know why, it's just what I use. So I'm going to do that while it's mixing. All right, that's mixing up nicely. So now I need 3/8 of a cup of cocoa powder. And I just use, y'all know, we just use the plain old Hershey's cocoa powder. So I need 3/8 of a cup of this and 3/4 of a cup of plain old flour, not self-rising flour, just all-purpose flour. So I'm going to add those in while it's mixing. And y'all, that's it. Now we just scoop these out by the tablespoon and make those little mini brownies. So if you scoop it out by the tablespoon, it's 1 point per brownie. And y'all, they are delicious. That's it. There's the batter, y'all. So I am going to go and I'm going to scoop these out and bake my brownies. So y'all, that's it. Those are all of my secrets for trying to at least maintain a somewhat Weight Watchers friendly environment when I'm in the car for a couple of days. How do y'all do it? When you're on a road trip, what do you take with you? What are your must-haves when you're driving in the car? Do you try to stay on some kind of healthy eating plan? Or do you just throw it out the window and try to survive the road trip? Let us know in the comments. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week, with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.